that's just the way.
What up, world? It's your boy Jeff, aka Cool Boy Jeff, right here. It's the only place you can find a wave. It's the Wave 804. I have the pleasure of being here, and I have the Breakthru. Definitely, I like to say thank you to these lovely people right here that's having me here today, for having me doing something and another transition, for also helping the community and also developing something new. But I'm not going to talk too much because I'm going to let them do the talking. So I'm going to let them go down in a row and let them introduce themselves. You go ahead, big dog.
All right. Ron Timmons.
Lakia Kidd.
Ivan Fleming.
Okay, cool. Definitely, I want to once again thank you. Thank you for having me here. And also the talk that we had earlier with these two fellas. And they really brought something out of me and really want me to stay focused on it. And one thing I really see is the opportunity to be great and also to develop and help other people, making sure whatever they have in their mind, they strive for it and stay focused, no matter how hard the road is. But that's what the Breakthru is all about. What is the whole concept behind making the Breakthru and why?
The concept about making the Breakthru, man, is breaking through. Okay, we collectively came together. I want to say about 5 or 6 months ago, and we were brainstorming on different ways to highlight talent within the city. We felt as though that whether you're a musician, regardless of what genre you do, whether you're a hip hop artist, whether you're R&B, rock, whatever genre of music you're into, it needs to be a consistent platform for these artists to showcase their talent, and not just limited to artists as well, but any talent within the city, whether you're an artist, painter, if you have your own business. So us collectively, we came together to try to figure out a way to present this platform and to showcase and highlight the different talent that we have around the city that's from Richmond. We all are here to have a good time, but we want the city and as a whole to be previewed and experience so much in all the talent that we have to offer, because there's too much in the city for it to go unnoticed.
So one thing I'm really taking away from the Breakthru is something that y'all are opening for a whole lot of people, for them to express themselves through anything that's positive. And I see in the background y'all have something that was so genuine, and then it really caught my eye when I first seen it, when you hung it up. I said the Breakthru where culture meets purpose.
That's right.
So what do you feel about the city of Richmond purpose? And you see everybody who's rapping, who's singing, dancing, anything that's a form of a stress reliever. And why do you feel like the Breakthru can capture that?
You know, everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a reason or intent on why they're doing what they're doing. You know, whether you're a musician, whether you're a business owner, whatever it is that you're doing. And like I said, this is our way of bringing all the creatives together with, different visions, but like-minded individuals. And the purpose from our end is we want to put on a quality event. You know, we want people to leave the Breakthru and say, man, I not only enjoyed myself, but that was top-notch entertainment. I thoroughly enjoyed what I just seen on a quality level. And as long as we deliver that, I feel like we've done our job.
I got you. And I say a lot of things about the Breakthru will help deliver a lot of people from the situations they may be going through, which can be negative, as far as I can put it. And for y'all, for everybody here to really put something together as far as the Breakthru, what is something about yourselves that you're trying to accomplish, or what can you say about yourselves that has a purpose, and what about that purpose are you trying to fulfill?
Having that, I wouldn't say it's a focus, but within your purpose, knowing that it's all meant, like whatever's going on in your life is meant for you to be able to show up in that and be able to come out of it and have that breakthrough in a way.
I like how you put the Breakthru.
I was just saying.
I can definitely attest to that. The Breakthru is where I found my purpose. If I can keep it 100% honest with you right now. You know, I always realize my different attributes and my different talents. You know, I'm a musician. I produce, not in the sense of making beats, but producing energy. I got the gift of gab. I know how to bring people together. I'm good at organizing. But I never had a way of channeling all those different things until the breakthrough. So the breakthrough actually made me realize my purpose. The months that we've come together and planned this event, I've learned more about myself and what I'm great at, what I'm weak at, than I've ever known. You know, and that's the beautiful thing about coming together and being alongside my peers here. Just, you know, you may think you have all the answers, you may think you have life figured out, you know, but I mean, I'll be 30 in a few months and I don't have it all figured out, but I'm on my way.
That's right.
You know, I'm on my way, and I'm confident more so now than ever in my abilities and what I can do and what I can bring to the table. And Breakthru helped me realize that.
Right.
And I want to touch on where culture meets purpose. I feel like for young people, you always hear like young people are the culture, millennials are the culture. We create the culture, we push the culture, we cultivated all of that. So then where it meets the purpose is the intentionality behind all the planning, everything you're going to experience at the event. So you're going to get the culture as far as the music, the arts, things like that. But then the way we planned as far as intentionality, as far as, you know, how you come in and what you're going to see and the acts and the build up leading to certain acts, like it's all intentional. So that's where the culture meets the purpose. It kind of just clashes together.
I like that.
Yeah.
Definitely great substance. And the one thing I find that is so interesting to me, and I can definitely attest about it, is even from what I was going through as far as a college student, like being out here by myself was definitely a tremendous, a very big turn for myself. And then for me being away from my parents and me being the oldest, I got to find my own light. Of course, yes, it was crazy. But I can definitely test that what I went through definitely made me stronger. Not only for being physical, but also mental. Also for things to look for and to look out. Definitely being careful about the way I move and just the people I be around. And to really seeing it, my mother always spoke on about the breakthrough, especially like the storm that you go through. You know, God's going to have this big breakthrough for you. And for me, graduating college, that was my biggest breakthrough. But I also know that I know He's not finished with me. So it's, of course, I like the statement of where the culture meets purpose. Because at the end of the day, is from what the foundation that you're given and what you build up on is the culture. But the purpose that you specifically have within inside yourself and what you're giving it to, that's the biggest blessing, because that's the purpose that God has given you. So that's what I really like about it. And I definitely want to get into what activities is the Breakthru is going to have, because I understand that y'all going to have your own thing going on. But what are y'all going to do within the city?
I mean, I intend with this first event, like I said, is to just create and establish and put the spotlight on different creatives around the city. We definitely plan on, working with a lot of nonprofits, and doing our part around the city to not just spread the word about the event, but bring awareness and attention to other community projects. This is definitely a community-based event. We definitely want people to come out, have a good time, be entertained. But let's not forget, we are for Richmond, by Richmond. So this is what it's about at the end of the day, the community of Richmond, and uplifting and bringing and adding our contribution, if you will, to the city, to give people, a different taste of, reality and entertainment. There's other ways to be entertained versus going to the club, whatever it is that you may be into, not knocking that.
Yeah, I said
but
that.
this is our, this is our way of entertaining you and still keeping that club-esque vibe, if you will. But you can come as you are. You don't have to be dressed up. This is relaxed. This is, we want you to leave, like, man, what did I just, what I'm saying? I want you to feel away. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like a revival. In an urban more, in an urban way, but we definitely are community first.
Yeah. And I mean, just to expand on that, I mean, definitely as far as touching on the community and things that's going on in society or in America now, there's gonna be some surprises in the show that are gonna touch on those things. Like I'm not gonna spoil it, but when you come, you will see, and we are gonna bring light to those situations and things that's going on. So
I definitely can't wait because I was hoping that you were gonna say something.
I can't.
It's all right though.
Yeah.
But as far as the breakthrough go, y'all have definitely a good purpose and a motive to really capture a lot of people in the city of Richmond and to help translate it and bring it out of and making it to positivity. But as far as you guys, as bringing everything to positivity, what do you think that y'all going to be up against going in the city?
I mean, we're a new event, and new events in Richmond don't get the highlight or don't get the media. Oh, I'm going to that. You know, it's going to come with the suspicion of, oh, what is that about? What is my money going into? Or you know, what can I expect once I get there? So I'm pretty sure those opinions and those perceptions are going to be our biggest challenge. I think is really, you know, people being hesitant on what is the event, what is it about. But hopefully through this interview, that message will get conveyed that this is it's a party, it's a music festival, it's a community engagement event. We're touching on everything, like it's just all that put into one, and that's that's probably hard to imagine how it's gonna look. So that's why you got to come to the event to really get that full effect. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think also because everything is so mainstream, no one wants to listen to what's within their own city, and it's not just Richmond; it's other places within the United States and all over the world. So, them saying, I mean, I'm sure people's like, oh, well, local artists, like, who are they? If they never heard of them, it's like, well, why do I need to go out and listen? The point is to sit here and learn how to support each other because no one knows how to support each other. They're so quick to support all these different name brand clothes, all these artists who are already well known that they forget that there's people who were those people once upon a time. Like they're trying to get to where they are and maybe even bigger, and they forget to sit here and support them until they actually get big. No one wants to sit here and say their names and tell, oh, I used to listen to that person such and such back in the day. Oh, you won't listen, like that sort of thing. So it's definitely, you know, trying to get people to realize that there are local artists who are trying to make a name for themselves and want to see themselves get bigger, and they need the support and just trying to build the support within our own community.
I like that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, perception is reality, you know, at the end of the day. I think we knew coming into this that, you know, one of our biggest hurdles was going to be getting people to understand what we're trying to do, what we're bringing to the table. And, you know, of course there's going to be those questions. Well, what is it? What is Breakthru? You know, I don't get it. You know, the best thing I can say is this, you know, your favorite rapper was local.
Right.
Your favorite brand of clothing was a small-time clothing brand at one point.
Basquiat was somebody that people didn't know about.
Yeah, Picasso wasn't always Picasso.
Right.
You know, everybody starts somewhere. And this is our way of, like I said, bringing light to those people who are en route to bigger and better things. So you can say, oh, I seen them when they was here. Versus, you know, years later, let me go out and support when somebody's established.
Right.
Nothing against those that established, but they had to work hard to get to their point. Just like these individuals that's going to be participating in this event are working very hard to get to the point that they want to get to. And we're just, you know, pushing them and really, you know, letting their talents be known. So we definitely understand there's going to be, you know, some people that just, like I said, don't get it, some naysayers, or some people that just really want to see what it's about, you know, whether they attend the event or not. But I guarantee one thing's for sure, two things for certain. After this first event, you will be hearing more about Breakthru.
I like that. I like that. And the best thing about it when you're speaking on these people is not only the brand, but it's the level of consistency. And what I like to see about that is from these people is the consistency is one thing, but for the name Breakthru speaks prominence. So that's why I like it. And then also it's not just about the brand, it's just about the energy and the substance and the dedication that what is put in through this subject that what you guys are having. And the biggest thing I like about it is it's not only just for y'all, it's just mainly for the people. And one thing I learned about Richmond is a lot of people say things about what's for the people and what is this and what is that, but they start something and sooner or later something happens where they end up falling off. What do y'all think that y'all are going to be able to have that's going to keep y'all afloat, and why?
I think it's the design. I mean, I think the design of the event, it's always going to be something new. It's not going to be the same artists. It's not going to be the same performers. And I mean, also, with any event, whether it goes well or not, you can't allow yourself to say, oh, well, we took an L and now we're just going to stop doing the Breakthru. Like, now you have to continue to push forward and reshape what you had going on.
Yeah. I mean, and none of us, no one sitting here is afraid to fail.
I like that.
At the end of the day,
Because all of us have failed.
Exactly.
Right.
That's the only way you know how to win.
Exactly.
You can't experience a win if you don't fail.
That's right.
And we know that we've experienced failures planning this. We're going to experience more, but we know that win is coming.
Right.
Yeah.
So we got our eyes set on the bigger picture. And like I said, we're always going to think of different ways to entertain you.
Exactly.
We're not going to come with the same 1-2 shtick. That's not what we do. We're always going to think of different ways to innovate and keep people engaged. Whether it's from the artists that we choose or the vendors that we choose to reach out to, the artists, even the venue. We'll always think of different ways to keep the Breakthru fresh and new.
And that's another good thing I like about the Breakthru, and for me now to understand it and really learn it for it. And just like what you said earlier, you was like, I'm a very big fan of the Wave 804, but meeting Jeff, it makes me even a bigger person, and I respect him. And that's what I really respect about the Breakthru. It's not only because of what you're doing and how much that you like about it, it's about what you see coming from it. You know what I'm saying? So as far as like what you're doing, it's really gonna show who you are as a person. And then once these people start to come around and the events start to really take off, a lot of these people want to have conversations that can lead deeper. Some people can have a conversation with their mother or their father, and then when they come to you, they're like, well, let me see if this person can understand where I'm coming from, or how can the advice I get from this. So again, like the name is prominent, it's like the Breakthru, and then y'all having the culture. And then a lot of people so invested with the culture, where it comes from the Migos or it comes from everywhere else. But as far as like the culture itself now today, and from a lot of people who's really want to do a whole lot of saving, and not only in the community but also in the world, is big. So, and for my last and final question, and y'all spoke on it earlier about what y'all been through and where you're at today. If y'all had a chance to speak on, to say something to the younger you, what would it be?
Stay lit. And stay lit is a real, I think I've been using it for a while. Like lit, L-I-T, is living intentionally throughout. So you can have, in life you can have intentions, you can have bad intentions or good intentions. But having those good intentions and living intentionally throughout, you're gonna allow yourself to know the path that you have. You're gonna know exactly where you're going because you're intentionally doing what you're supposed to be doing to get to where you got to get to. So stay lit is what I'd say to the youth.
Keep going. It's going to be a hill to climb, and it's going to be hard. You can walk it, you can take a bike, but you're going to get there. Just keep going. And it's going to be some trials and tribulations, and
For sure.
it's going to break you all the way down. But you can't succeed unless you do break down. You got to break through in order to get through.
What I would say to the youth or the younger version of me, egos trip, but the humble don't stumble. And what I mean by that is, I've had to tell myself, I have been told that your ego is not going to get you but so far. Once you remove that and know that, to give respect, you got to give it. Being humble is always going to get you where you need to be. Whether it's in the building, whether it's in the seat, whether it's in the area, whether it's in conversation with the person you want to be conversating with. I always used to tell myself, it's okay to have a little ego. It's okay to have a little chip on your shoulder. Nah. And maturity and living life over time, you'll realize that. So I don't force it on younger people, but if I could tell myself anything differently, I would say that don't sweat that, because your ego it was big to you is minute to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so just always remain humble, and you'll see how far you get that way.
And I respect everybody's answer with that. And the reason why I asked that question is because, again, we talked about it earlier, and it was like, yo, you're 23, you're thinking this way, or you're doing this, you're doing that. I feel like a lot of people today, especially at my age, is missing like the talks. Mm-hmm. Like, remember how a lot of people used to have like OGs or mentors, right, or so on and so forth.
Right.
In this generation, you don't have that no more.
Right.
And
it's a disconnect.
It varies a very, very big disconnect, because at the end of the day, I know when I was younger, there was rules, there was understanding, there was respect, mm-hmm, there was loyalty. Nowadays, it's just like a lot of people would do anything to get where they want to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As far as like they lose their integrity or their perseverance or anything in that nature. But one thing that we had conversations earlier, and for me listening, is just like, okay, I'm getting the game. So I feel like it don't even have to be somebody that's older than me. It can be somebody that's like, yo, you can do this, you can do that, or you stay focused on this, stay focused on that. Because I feel like at the end of the day, you talking to me and showing me that you care. Right. You know what I'm saying? That you won't let me, you wouldn't want to see me fall off or do this and that and the third, because you honestly care about how the way I feel. You didn't come in, you didn't judge, you didn't try to intercept, but you just want to sit there and listen.
Yeah.
That's the main thing that we're missing nowadays.
Definitely.
So that's why it was a very big question for me, because I definitely see the growth of what the Breakthru is going to do and what it's going to do in the future. And definitely, I can't wait to see people that's my age or younger or even older to start to participate in these activities, because they can start to learn, and then they also can start being themselves, because it only takes but one person. Mm-hmm. So that's what I really like about it. But definitely, dang, I'm about to get so emotional. I really like to get emotional about it. Yeah. But definitely, can y'all please give out your social media so everybody can follow, so they can be more interested and you can find out more updates about the Breakthru?
Well, the main Breakthru page is at Breakthru RVA. Mm-hmm. That's on Instagram. And we have information on how to purchase your tickets. We do have discounted tickets going on sale for right now. So definitely go to the Breakthru RVA on Instagram and purchase your tickets that way. My personal Instagram is at lifeandtimes_IV. That's my personal Instagram.
My social media, IG, Snap, is going to be Tish_Monroe. That's my alter ego.
Mine is at Ron_Tims TIMS.
That's dope.
And if we could, man, like I just want to shout out everybody that's involved
for real
in the Breakthru, man. It's going to be an awesome event. 2 DJs, 2 hosts. Shout out to DJ Lo Macio, DJ Kenny B on the 1s and 2s for the night. We also have hosting the event Michelle Hennix and Travi. Artists, we have performing BJ, Pretty Boy Zay, Cakes, Pilot Talk,
okay,
Max Prez, and Chance Fisher.
We're gonna have a live spray paint artist. We're gonna have a live painter. There's gonna be some great vendors, so really, just come out and enjoy it. It's gonna be an experience.
I can't wait to come out.
For sure.
I can't wait to come out. It sounds so sufficient.
Humble yourself for that Breakthru.
And I want to say thank you to everybody who's here today, even for my guy who's not even in the camera. Definitely, I want to say thank you to him as well, because this right here is a bigger blessing to me. Even after graduating, this is something totally big. Like really witness people not only that is older than me, but very mature, and who's very open to listen to everybody and anybody, and also to give somebody a chance. So definitely invest into these. Definitely invest to a lot of people who really want to help you to succeed. Excuse me. But it's just very helpful. So definitely thank y'all. Y'all a big blessing. Y'all gonna be a very big blessing to everybody else in the community.
Appreciate that, brother. Love.
Yeah, no problem.
Beautiful. Much respect.
Yeah. Thank you. So it's another great interview with the Breakthru, with the Wave 84 combined. And definitely go ahead and check these people out. They're very wonderful. They're trying to help everybody up. Excuse me. So definitely support them as well as they're trying to support you. It's the Wave 84. We out, man.
Peace.
That's just the way.